He never expected to see her again until he heard her crying by the gate. The Arizona sun was setting in soft amber waves when Liam first saw her, Grace, behind the counter of a quiet diner off Route 60. He sat in a corner booth, hollowed out by loss. His engagement had crumbled just weeks before, and with it the small business he'd poured his soul into. That evening he wasn't just hungry, he was searching for something he couldn't name. Grace noticed him right away, not because he stood out, but because she had a gift. She saw people. Not their clothes, not their posture, but the weight they carried. She brought him coffee without asking, and when he mumbled a thanks, she met his eyes with a quiet strength that startled him. "You're not alone, you know," she said softly, jotting down his order. "Even when it feels like the whole world walked out, someone's still watching over you." Liam blinked. "You always this hopeful?" She smiled, just a little. "Hope's the only thing that got me through yesterday. Today, I'm passing it on." Before she turned away, she scribbled a Bible verse on a napkin. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted." Psalm 34:18. They talked for 10 minutes, just enough for Liam to learn she was working double shifts to afford her mother's cancer treatments. Just enough for Grace to learn that Liam still believed in kindness, even if he'd stopped believing in himself. Then, life pulled them apart. Liam left Phoenix with a new resolve, fueled by her quiet courage. He rebuilt, slowly, painfully. He got a new job in Los Angeles, found a small apartment near the hills of Beverly Hills, and tried to forget the ache in his chest. But he never forgot Grace. Months later, he drove back to Phoenix, hoping to thank her properly, only to find the diner closed, the staff gone. No one knew where she'd gone. He returned to California with a heavier heart. Then, one rainy evening, as he was walking his dog near the gated community where he lived, he heard it, a sound so raw it stopped him cold. Soft, muffled crying from behind the iron gate of the Whitford estate. He turned, and there she was, Grace. Knees drawn to her chest, drenched in rain, eyes red from tears she clearly tried to hide. She looked up and froze. "Liam." Her voice cracked like thin ice. He didn't ask questions, didn't hesitate. He opened the gate and knelt beside her. "What happened?" he whispered. Between sobs, she told him. She'd come to California for her mother's specialized treatment, a last-ditch hope. She trusted an aunt who promised help. Instead, the woman took her savings, vanished, and left Grace stranded, homeless, terrified, and ashamed. "I didn't know where else to go," she admitted, trembling. "I saw online that this estate sometimes hires part-time help. I wanted a chance." Liam didn't think. He took off his coat, wrapped it around her shoulders, and said simply, "You're coming with me." That night, in his modest but warm apartment, Grace cried again, but this time from relief. Liam made her soup, let her use his shower, and gave her a clean blanket. No expectations, no pressure, just kindness, the kind that she had once given him. In the days that followed, Liam became her ally. He helped her file a police report about the stolen money. He drove her to the hospital, helped her apply for financial aid programs, and connected her with a local church that offered temporary housing support. He never played the hero, he just showed up. And slowly, Grace began to breathe again. One morning over coffee, she looked at Liam and whispered, "You were the one I prayed for that night at the gate." "No," he said gently. "You were the one I prayed for ever since that diner." Their bond deepened not through grand declarations, but through shared silence, mutual healing, and the quiet understanding that sometimes the people who save us are the same ones we once tried to save. Grace found a job at a community clinic. Her mother began treatment and responded well. Hope, once a fragile flicker, became a steady flame. Months later, standing together on Liam's balcony watching the sunset, Grace turned to him. "Do you believe in second chances?" Liam smiled. "I believe in people like you, and I believe that sometimes God answers prayers through strangers who become family." This story isn't just about Liam and Grace. It's about you, about the moments when life knocks you down and someone reaches out a hand without asking for anything in return. It's about how one act of kindness can plant a seed that blooms years later in the most unexpected place. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Storytales. Your support helps us bring more emotional, cinematic stories of hope, kindness, and second chances to viewers around the world. And if you're watching from the USA, Canada, the UK, or Australia, we see you. You're part of this journey. Leave a comment below. Have you ever been someone's unexpected answer to prayer? Because sometimes, just sometimes, the person you're meant to help is the same one who once helped you believe again. Thanks for watching.